All right.
Yo.
Wack100.
Man, Cam, you lucky as you, bro. I was ripping and running and running and ripping. I said, man, I got to go do Cam. So I've been out all day. That's the homie. I ain't standing the homie up, bro, because, you know, you part of the culture, my nigga. You are definitely part of this culture, and it's a dying breed. So we got to empower those that we know is part of the foundation.
I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you.
I knew the name Cam Capone before I knew who you was. So you just hearing it, didn't know why I was hearing it, but I always heard it. So, you know, looking at the change, and I think you kind of see the change too, and the climate of this hustle, you know, we gotta, especially on this West Coast, we gotta continue to empower those that's part of our foundation, for real, for real.
Yeah, man. You know, I know you do a lot for up and coming artists. I see you bringing guys that I've never seen before around and putting them on your show.
Yeah.
I mean, that's dope. You know,
you had to.
I like to do the same thing.
Huh.
You know,
well,
I mean, the more people doing something, I just think the better it is for everybody.
That's a fact. But I think what it is we ran it up so much on the street gang content in all aspects of it. Who got shot? Who under the RICO? I kick off the exposure movement, me and 600. Who telling? It was like so many different seasons of it. Who beefing? Who getting into it? Who had a fight? Who got run? It wasn't even about who got a diss song. I don't even think we heard that one, right? And we ran it up to where it was like the real estate market, the bubble busted. Boom! And now only the strong can survive because people don't really want to hear about it.
Yeah, I hear that. You know, it's not the same. It's not the same, but, you know, you would think, right, like every King Von story has been told. You've heard so many stories, King Von, documentaries. Whenever I talk about King Von, it's still one of my most viewed clips from that person.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of crazy that people, like, they still want to hear about stuff, though.
Yeah. Well, that's King Von. But I don't think, I think the prison guys getting out, telling their stories, right? It was a lane for it at one time. Now people are, you know, they might get a hit the first time, but can they keep continue? Because the problem is this. It ain't the fans, it ain't the viewers. The problem is they'll leave you, go there, and tell the same story. They really ain't got nothing to talk about. That's really the problem, you know what I mean? So a lot of our people, you know, they just kind of they one-dimensional, which it ain't their fault. You know what I'm saying? I believe they need to fertilize themselves and come up with something to talk about outside of the same story.
A lot of guys, especially like gangsters, they don't really want to talk about other people. And that's usually the natural progression. After you've told your story, there's nothing else good to talk about. You got to kind of move into that lane.
So, see, this is the problem with the gangsters. They say social media ain't cool, but they want to tell their story on social media. But then they don't want to get all the way into the lane of social media and tell all the stories. So you better off just I don't know if you putting up a segment so your great-great-grandkids can know who you were. I don't know. But you can't say social media ain't cool, but then you go on social media.
Right.
And then when you figure out, damn, I ain't got nothing else to talk about. Well, I could talk about this, talk about that. Because the old school dude, he don't give a damn. The Hoover dude, I forget his page. Old school dude. Yeah, I talked to him a time or two. Alshon Martin calls him every now and then on the three-way.
Damon Porter.
Yeah, he don't give a he telling his stories. I told him, I said, bro, look, you said some wild shit about me, but I understand these YouTube streets. I analyze him. I analyze his stories. He got the upper hand on a lot of these youngsters because they really wasn't around. a lot of these dudes jumped off the porch in the 2000s something. You know, Damon probably was doing county jail time in the 80s. You know, hit the penitentiary in the late 80s and 90s. So he could talk about things that these dudes can't even fathom. He really got a lane because he could really be a liar if he want to and talk about shit. Because a lot of people from back then is dead on dope doing life or don't even know how to work an iPhone, right? So, but outside of that, his delivery, his facial expressions, he a funny dude, bro. You know, I checks him out. You know what I'm saying? So he tells his stories. He's the only one in that lane right now because he's older than me that can tell those stories and don't care less about it. You know what I'm saying? He was either with them dudes. I seen him talk about Hot Dog from 4-6. You know, a lot of these dudes that's even from over there know the name and don't know him. But, you know, he know him. He was on the streets with him. They might have did some time together. Whatever it may have been, but I with Damon Porter, man. He in his lane, I believe he gonna be all right. But the rest of these dudes, I used to watch them do 10, 15, 20,000. I'm watching them. 8 hours, 1,200. Because they don't know what to talk about. It's over. So they got to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? It got to switch like music. At one point in time, I was running around here. I was a shark for artists. Now, I'm just trying to maintain and sustain the artists I do have, keep them great, make them greater. And me and R&B then crossed over to build our own app, our own site, our own content site. Nothing but content, right? So that's what we doing, where we've been shooting reality shows. We shooting 607 starting next week. Actually, got a 7 to 10 day shoot, Dr. Unc. But he made his debut in Blueface's reality show, Fresh Out of Love, right? As this mad psychiatrist dealing with the female inmates. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we didn't cross over to that lane, you know, to where I understand that people will pay to see you before they listen to you. You know, but I've been around, I can switch lanes. I could have a conversation, we could talk real estate, we could talk some gangbang shit, we could talk who telling, we could talk Big U shit. Half these dudes talking about Big U don't even know him. Have never seen him, talk to him a day in their life. But because they could go to YouTube, do a little research, and they'll go on there and turn their camera on and have a conversation like I've been there. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to you. You still doing your thing, building your empire. I'm a little confused, man, because I didn't seem like King Pill and Big Homie CC. It's another setting they be in. It be some big couches and shit. It's on your show. That ain't your setup.
Nah, King Pill, no. The only time I'm working on the studio. I'm gonna have a studio probably next time we
Gotcha,
work.
okay.
But I don't have no couches or nothing for it yet.
Oh yeah, I saw a setup. I said maybe we got another location. Maybe we just switched it up.
Nah, Big Homie CC, I don't think he's been on the couch with me.
Not yet?
Not yet. I don't think working. I don't think so. All of his stuff has been virtual.
See, like with him, his lane is strong because he talks about political shit and then incorporates himself in it like he know about it. You can't say he does or he doesn't. But even if you're going to debate if he does or doesn't, it's conversation. And conversation is just another word for what? Content. You get what I'm saying?
He's got a really good lane that he's carved out for himself, man. It's not like the drill lane. It's not the LA. It's more of a bigger, wider lane for him.
I was in Istanbul or Congo or Nigeria, and I was dealing with Sergeant Nagiti, and out of nowhere, these dudes jumped out, and he just go to telling this story, and it sounds interesting, but how you gonna confirm it? So it sound good. It's something to listen to, right? And I ain't mad at anybody. You know, I sit there and I smile. You know, he told me, I seen him, bro, I was in the Congo, this was going on, and I used your name, bro, and they got off of me. Now, it was crazy. I'm like, okay, have Big Homie CC been listening to me talk about doing business in the DRC and just, you know what I'm saying, did this really happen? You never know, right? But then even months later, here I am talking about it. So that means it worked, you know. So when you understand this content thing, it's all about who can keep the people talking.
Yeah, man, he got, some charisma about him that people just like. I don't know,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean, he does good. For
Yeah,
sure.
I was with Ray J yesterday. I told him we need to come sit down and talk to you. So he said as soon as his blood in his eyes get to yellow and not so too much red, the tears that come out, he gonna come sit down and talk to you. He's still crying blood these days, you know what I'm saying? So
I was definitely going to ask you about that. I mean, what is going on with Ray J?
Man, first of all, you know, you start a car up and put a brick on the gas pedal and keep some continuous fuel in it, something gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying? Head's gonna crack, something gonna blow up. So with him, Ray J like 44, 45 now, he running like he's still 20, 25. And he mean well because he hustling, but you just can't do that no more. You know, Red gone 22 hours, 30 hours, up, plane to plane, ripping and running, not eating right, fast food, sodas, Red Bulls. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got your heart doing this, bouncing around. So it got to a point to where he wasn't no fool. Something wasn't feeling right. When he went in there, his heart rate was at 25%. He'd have around and went to sleep. He probably wouldn't have woke up.
Damn, but he's still out. I see him still working. He's out there. He said the fan stole his heart monitor.
I mean, once again, I told him, why are you? He said, I can't cancel. He said, if I cancel, I said, no. It's a clause in your contract say you can cancel medical reasons. And he was like, man, I'm pretty sure his fans done showed up for me. So I'm just going to not go too hard and still get the fans what they want. So, you know, a guy like Ray J done been in the game. What's this, 2026? 30, he got at least 35 years in the game, bro. You go back to Moesha and all these television shows, and he 30-something plus years in the game, easy. So he kind of like, he know how to wing it, but you know, I told him, you got children now, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta slow it down. So, you know, even right now, I think he getting on the plane tomorrow, he headed to Houston. Man, this shit already got booked. I gotta go, you know, I don't want to let the fans down.
Eesh, man. Okay, well, hopefully he gets better, man. Is he being sued? I seen he's being sued by Kris Jenner.
Yeah, I seen that yesterday. I was at his house yesterday and I didn't know about it. For like harassment or something, slander or something.
Yeah, she says he's been harassing her for like, she said he's been harassing Kim Kardashian for like 15 years.
Okay, here's a question. Could Jason Love harass Lena if all he's talking about is their situation that really happened?
Not if he's speaking facts, no.
Okay, well, at the end of the day, the tape's out there. It is what it is. There's a lot he could say that he hasn't said. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot he could say he haven't said. So is it harassment or is it you tired of hearing your truth? Now, if it's true, it's true. If it's a lie, then I think it falls into harassment. So you know which one is it. But end of the day, it's been about shit. 19 years?
It's been that long since that sex tape came out?
Yeah, I think that shit was like 05, 06. It's 19, 20 years.
It's been that long?
Because we dropped Sexy Kinda 07, 08. Sex tape came out prior to that. It's been about 19, 20 years, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. I seen him yesterday. He had the Sergeant Slaughter goatee. No hair on the chin or nothing. I said, you all right? What's going on with you, little bro? You good? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, bro. I seen that. Me personally, I feel like it's freedom of speech. Ray J can speak his truth because she spoke her truth. She spoke her lies. Didn't nobody say nothing when she didn't say nothing when Kanye created the album cover with Ray J in the bed with him. Was that harassment?
She did that without anybody's permission.
Exactly. Was that harassment? At least Ray J just talk about when you and her was in the bed. Y'all got some shit where another man was in the bed and took this man's likeness and put it in there. He can say that's harassment. You know, he was a sport about it. He laughed it off. I just think people need to stop being so emotional about what's real. So what? You Kim Kardashian, you big enough. I don't think it's nothing. She can do the unthinkable. And people gonna look the other way.
I mean, she made hundreds of millions of dollars because of that sex tape. Man, if not a billion. Family, the whole family's made hundreds of millions of dollars.
I'm pretty sure R&B wouldn't give a damn about me harassing her. Harass me.
If I can make $100 million.
Yeah, them residuals coming in. They didn't get harass me, nigga. Matter of fact, where you at? I might give you a little taste just to harass me some more.
Oh.
So, you know, I just think maybe people be needing shit to talk about. And, you know, and that's what they do. They talk, man.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.